more time. Go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, beautiful.
to headache tension. It can contribute to tension in the jaw and TMJ. So this is a nice area. We can just follow that line of the SCM, sternocleidomastoid, for all you anatomy folks out there. And this guy can be sensitive and loaded with trigger points. So again, as with all of our deep tissue techniques, we want to start superficial and work your way deep. You can use your thumb or you could use your finger pads, creating a more broad pressure. Now, of course, you also have the three sisters, the scalenes. 1, 2, 3, coming up directly along the side of the neck. So these three work together to create massive tension and support our head and all kinds of good things, but it can get very tight in there. So I like to use these three fingers almost like placing my fingers on piano keys, just right side by side. You can glide your fingertips up towards the base of the skull and back down. So even though I'm using a pretty firm pressure here, this is still kind of counting as an effleurage. I'm doing these long, slow strokes, and I'm using it as an opportunity to kind of take an inventory of what's going on in the neck. And I come across some tight places, I make a mental note, okay, I feel it there, and there, great. So now I know where I need to zero in and do some deeper work. So you can start to come in with your thumb, just gently, comfortably resting your fingers behind the neck. I'm just taking it one moment at a time. You can make little circles, or slowly begin to use your thumb to press into those tight areas. And again, we want to be careful around the neck because this is an area that can have a lot of trigger points. It can be a trigger for headaches, it can be a trigger for migraines, so we want to work the area, but it's important to be mindful about the amount of pressure that you're using so that you're able to get the deep release that you're looking for without causing the body to recoil in pain or discomfort. So it's a fine line that we walk doing deep tissue massage. You know, you want to dance on the edge without taking it too far. And how do you know you've taken it too far? Your partner's body is going to respond and let you know. If it flinches or clenches or resists against you, that's a pretty good indicator that you're going to want to back off and use a little less pressure. So once you've worked the scalenes, you can come back along the side of the trap. The trapezius comes all the way up and attaches at the base of the skull. So it's a pretty big muscle. We want to work that all the way up into the base of the skull. And now once you come into those occipital connections, you can broaden your fingers apart and begin to make gentle circles. Now, I'm not necessarily gliding across her skin here. And that's important to note because you've got all these tiny little baby hairs and we don't want to pull those hairs. So it's better to just land your fingers where they're going to be. Don't try to glide across the surface of the skin, but rather deepen your pressure, make contact with the muscles below